This conference will now be recorded.
A very good morning and good evening, everyone. Welcome back. So last session, we were discussing about Ansible, and in the Ansible, we talked about a couple of different options like tagging. Okay, how do you do some tagging, and how do you do some templating, right? So basics of some templates, and so what else? I think mostly that's it, right? So we're just try to write our roles, and also we talked about privilege escalation, like how do you become something and do that. Also we talked about the very important factors. So these options you can find out anywhere, but basically, so what we're trying to achieve here is we are trying to keep our code dry. Okay, so that's a quite important thing as well. All right, so yeah, so that's what we're doing as well. And yeah, so let's continue the same thing. So here yeah, so here is my workstation. Cool. Now, yesterday, I think we talked about till user, probably the shipping, whether it is done or not done, I'm not sure. So, but let's take a look. Okay. So, CD and CD, shop project ls, and sh launch instance dot sh and launch shipping. Okay, done. Let the shipping instance come. It came, and sh make inventory dot sh. Okay, cool. Okay, all right. Now when it goes to the shipping, yeah, it's already some code is there and Java dot this one. Okay, common task, Java YML install Maven packages and create a user and download artifact. Okay, compile and build and systemd service. All right, so let's take a look by running it. And sh, sorry, bit space Ansible hyphen so tag shipping to run only shipping part. Cool. So it's actually completed something. Let me go for sudo ssh this one. And actually one more thing which I'm missing here is there is something called as so the set host name and disable auto shutdown. Okay, so to have set host name is quite important because I'm not sure whether so which instance I'm logging in. So that instance should show the information from here that whether it is shipping or something, right? So that part also we should take care. So that part also is mandatory, and that part is also mandatory. And so for everything, so that's where I will say that name. So setup os prerequisites on the OS level, whatever it is. And so now I will just go for in the Java I'm doing that. Okay, OS prerequisites, and I will say include underscore tasks os.yml. Okay, so now here I'm going to say here new os.yml. So name, it's capital component or small component, it's capital. Okay, so set hyphen host name and that particular component, and the other one is disable auto shutdown, and it's gonna be shell set hyphen disable hyphen auto hyphen shutdown. Okay, so os.yml and fine, os.yml and is okay, and the same thing I should be doing through my Node.js as well. Okay, cool. Now I will just run this once again, and I will go and log into that machine once again. Okay, so you can see that. So that's also fine. Yes, I can here for PyGrip for Java. So it's really not running. So systemctl status shipping, it failed. So what's the reason for the failure? I'm not sure. So sorry, tail hyphen f slash var log messages. So here it is telling that unable to access the jar file, which is shipping.jar file. So there is no jar file. Okay, why there's no jar file? So cd slash usr, sorry, slash home roboshop shipping and ls, and there was no shipping.jar file. Okay, so you're getting a target because you're compiling it here. Okay, so cd target ls. So I just need to do some additional steps. So I have some jar file inside here, so which I want to take that particular jar file and do it. Okay, so now here Node.js dependencies, and after you do this, so name, so copy, why not just copy component jar file. Okay, so copy the component jar file. So how do you copy? So copy is see, when you do the copy, it actually copies from this module, this particular role to the remote system. But in our case, the copy has to be on the both on the remote system. Okay, so how do I do that? Is I can just go and do copy src. I'm going to give this and target slash this to destination, which is going to be is jar file. Okay, and so this actually copies from this place to the I mean from my Ansible server to the remote node, but actually I'm going to give remote underscore src is yes. That means so you're copying both on the remote side is what you're doing. So your source and destination is on the remote side. So that's what you're actually adding the information. All right. So yeah, and let's give it a try. Okay, so cd/home/ls cd shipping DLS, and we didn't got the jar file yet. So now what actually it is doing copy. So setup actually systemd file is actually saying compile and build and systemd service. There is no copy thing which happened in between. Okay, so I think did I push the code? Yeah, code is pushed. And did we pull the code before running? Yeah, it's saying already up to date. Where did I do that? I did it on the wrong place. I did it on the Node.js mesh. So it's only for Java. So for now, it is only one Java service. We are hard coding some words like shipping. But tomorrow, if one more Java service come into picture, so you have to enhance your code in such a way that it works for both the components. As of now, there is only one component. I just made it for one component. Okay, so yeah, that's also just keep in mind. And now copying the jar file, which is fine. So sudo ssh and ps-ef pipe Java. So the Java is running. Okay, so when it and so that comes to the ending of shipping one, and the next one, so which comes here is and the next one which we do here is payment one. Okay, so the payment is actually okay. So you have tasks main.yml file include for Python, and you just load Python. Done. Templates. You'll find out systemd service file, and where do you get the systemd service file is dev.azure.com. Or okay, so here it's actually 53, and you go to the course. So payment service cart. So cart hyphen env dot domain. User host. User host is user hyphen nkp host is rabbitmq. Okay, so this is the information which I want to do there. Okay, and when come to the vars, you're going to have this as a payment, and also the next one is go to the sorry wiki, and you go to the payment. Here it is, and you'll find out so where you actually download this particular one. Okay, cool. And here is you have this one, and so then I would be having a common this one, just say this one, which is to Python. Okay, OS prerequisites is fine. Install packages. Anything you want to install the packages? Yeah, there are some packages which you need to install. So here it's actually install Python packages, and it's a list now because you have multiple there. And devel and install the packages. Done. Create application user is fine. Download artifacts is fine. Nothing to change. So, but here compile and build packages, which is not needed. So here you have to go for install dependencies. So pip3, this one you have to do. Okay. So here install Python packages. And actually there is a module which is called as pip module Ansible. Pip, you have a module Ansible, and we go with that. If you come down, so what you want, you're actually installing the requirements.txt. Yeah, so here you have requirements.txt file, so you can just do this. Okay, so here it is actually going to be /home /home/roboshop, and then component /requirements.txt file, and you don't require to copy the jar file as well. You just set up the systemd service. Okay, and now coming to the RoboShop. So here I have to enable the payment part. So I will just enable the payment. And along with this, I'm going to say that it is a tax you run only if it is giving a payment part. Okay, so just push the code and asset launch instant.sh, and then launch nch and then payment. Okay, and that's it. Make inventory.sh. So you got the payment instance also. Now I'll just go for Ansible. We run only payment. That node is not ready yet, so the node is still giving connection refused. Let's wait for a minute and then we'll go ahead and run it. We had done nothing new, so with the options whatever we had used so far, we're actually building the code for the project. So there is an error. So what it is telling is your account is some kind of pip2, but it's actually a Python 3 we are using. Okay. So then what I have to do is I have to tell that you should use pip3. But how do I say that it should use pip3? Executable is pip3. Okay. So first of all, let me go to the remote system. So sudo ssh this one, and I'll say pip3 we have to use. Okay. Pip-3. So how can I say that? So executable is pip -3. All right. So now I would say here Python dot this one, the requirements, and executable is pip-3. Use pip3. By default, it is using the Python 2 version, so that's where pip2. Pip is nothing but Python installer package. Python install package. It's a software. Install the Python, Python related modules and packages, like a yum command you're doing for OS for Python pip. So that it was using some mismatch because you're using the Python 3 for the application and you're using Python 2 to install the dependencies. So there is a clear conflict, and yeah. We just fix that with some options. And cool, and you can go for ps-grep for py, py, and you don't see that, and the systemctl status python. Okay, sorry, status payment, it's running. So ps-grep for pay, and you can see that it is running. Okay, cool. Okay, so this is also working fine. And the last one which we have here is front end, basically on the component side. Okay, let's go and do the front end as well. Let's go with this and go to front end. Okay, cool. And the where's and it's actually first going to be is front end. Okay, and front end. Front end, yeah, here it is. Done. And the templates, I don't think so you do require systemd file. You can delete this file. And coming to the task, so you don't require this. So let's set up the task for front end. So what you're doing, install nginx. So the name is, so install nginx. So yum based one, and the name is nginx, and then state is present. And the next one which you're having here is download the artifacts. Okay, so download the artifacts, but this download artifacts is a little, it's a little tricky. Okay, now what is the little tricky? So if you look into the common and download with the curl, what you are having, it's actually delete the repository which is in /home roboshop, and it add the component. Okay, it add the component. So does it really require for this? No, the front end is little different than this. It is not really gonna require that. Okay, so it require only this much. So I will just take this much, and I'll go and keep it inside here. Okay, but actually it is supposed to download and keep it inside a location, uh, what we call it is gonna copy and keep it inside a location of where www no, not where www /usr/share /nginx. So, okay, so in this location we have to extract it. Become roboshop also, user is also not needed. And before to that, if the directory is already there, so let's delete that. So name, so delete old content. How do you delete some old content? So it's actually going to go with file module, and the path is actually going to be is this one, and the state is actually going to be is absent, and the same one you're going to create next. Create content directory, and here's our share nginx. Okay, so and the state is directory. Okay, it will create the directory, and you just extract that. Okay, okay, done. And so download and unarchive is okay, is okay. And once after you unarchive that, so then what you have to do is you have to so copy all the static content to here. Okay, So in a HTML directory. So what I want to do is I want to rename a directory. So the name is rename rename content directory. So I'll just go with the shell command. I don't think so there's a module. So mv slash yosr share slash nginx slash uh, yosr share nginx yosr share nginx and yosr share nginx static to slash yosr share nginx slash html. Okay, so that's the thing I want to do, and finally I want to start the service. So start nginx. I'll go with systemd, and then name is nginx enabled is yes, let's do this. Restart it, just restart it. Okay, this is what I wanted to push. And when it comes to here the shop and finally uncomment this as well, and I'll go and say this is a tax which runs at the time of um, okay, cool. And now first of all sh launch instance launch what I want to launch front end. And sh which is make inventory data search. Okay, actually we're not done. So here there is a localhost.configuration file, so which we missed this particular part. Yes, of course I intentionally did that. I'll come to that. That node is still not reachable. Okay, cool. And if I just go to the front end instance, and if I hit it on the browser, let's start from there. And I'll go to the front end and put it on the browser. So you are getting something, yeah, which is fine. You'll not get the categories and all, so you are not done completely. So which is fine, right? So first thing, it is done. And what is the next thing is, so here the front end actually, so basically if I try to, first categories is not coming, right? So you know that categories are not coming. Okay, so why categories is not coming? So because the catalog application is not working. Why catalog application is not working, gonna work? Why? Because it doesn't have the database. Okay, so let's set up the database part as well. Hope I'm not confusing, right? So we're just trying to set up the components one by one, which are is missing, and which I'll go for Mongo, and I'll say that the component is Mongo, and the tag is also Mongo, and the instance is also Mongo. So I will just use this. So now I will just try to say this is also Mongo, right? Mongo role. Mongo, and so here it is. And for MongoDB, you have here. Okay, done. And so template is empty. So here you just need to run one by one. So first of all, what you have to do is you have to configure your Mongo repository. So this is a file, so which is a template, and it's not really template, but you can keep it in template as well. New file, mongo.repo file. Okay, this much is fine. And what I have to do is so in the main, okay, so name repo file, and that how do you do that? So it's actually a template, and src is mongo.repo file, and the destination is actually going to be is and the destination is etc/yum.repos.d slash mongo.repo file. Okay, so the next one, the name, and which is mongo.repo file is done, right? So what is the next one? So install MongoDB. Okay, so I will say install MongoDB. Okay, right? So which is yum based one, and the name of the package is this, and the state is present. Okay, so the next one is start MongoDB service. But before to that, even so, we have to change the IP address of the MongoDB.conf file from this one to this one. Okay, we have to search this particular word and replace this one. Okay, so now first of all, what I wanted to do here is I just want to do this much for now. So just to get the MongoDB configuration file, and so sh launch install.sh launch, and then Mongo. Okay, so okay, okay. So now I wanted to just go and show you that, so sudo ssh this one, and I want to do ls. So cat/etc mongodb.conf file, and also grep 127 actually /etc/mongodb.conf file. There's only one place actually which you find out this particular one, so I want to just modify this particular one as well. Okay, and also another thing, so basically I wanted to do so here mongo.yml file. So the OS prerequisites were not set to this. So include a common role for OS prerequisites. And it's a common and so OS. Just take this and put it to front end also. Front end also we didn't do this. Okay, cool. And so now what I wanted to do is there is a replace module. So replace module Ansible. Okay, so there is a replace module. Just take the replace and you come down, and it's quite simple. You search for this and you replace with it. As simple as that. Just take this. Name, update MongoDB configuration file. So what is a file? /etc /etc/mongodb.conf file. Okay, and what I want to search for? I want to search for 127.0.0.1, and what I want to replace it with 0.0.0.0. Okay, that's it. Sorry. So grep, and you see this grep 127, you're not getting it. So because it's been already modified to appropriate one, and you can see that it came as 0000. So this is what I'm looking for, and then I'll just say that name. So start MongoDB, and so it's actually going to be a system D, and the name is MongoDB, and what is the service name, by the way? MongoDB, not MongoDB, it's MongoD. Okay, so state is started, enabled is yes. Okay, done. And after that, you need to download the artifact. You need to download the artifact, and then um, you need to load the schema. Okay, so how do I download and extract it? Okay, so to the front end, how I did it? Front end, so is what I did it. This is what we will download another file, component on remote system. All right, and src is actually artifact URL, and the location is actually going to be /tmp. Okay, so just downloads and extract there. Okay, after you download and extract, so what you have to do is you have to load these particular two files. So how do I load those particular two files? So now the next one is name load schema. Okay, load schema. I don't think so there is a module which is available for MongoDB, so that's where I will just say that Mongo, right? Mongo, and give you /tmp/catalog.js file and semicolon, and I'll just go for Mongo input editor /tmp/users.js. Okay, if I'm not wrong, those are the two files, catalog.js and users.js. I'm giving the full path of the files, and I'm giving semicolon between, and I'm using a shell module, and I'm just using it. Okay, so yeah, all right. And and the next thing is um, okay, done. So the Mongo is done. And actually, talking about the last option, whatever we see in this load schema, this can be done in a little better way. So what is that better way? So here almost all the components are same, right? So here almost all the words are same. So only the catalog is changing and users is changing, right? So and what I wanted to do here is I want to iterate this. I want to iterate this. So that means I want to use loops. So how can I use loops is the first item is catalog and the second item is users. That's it. We're done. And so the MongoDB just only so only one is fine. It just loads first one for the first time. So what is the first one is an item. So item is the default keyword that that Ansible uses. So that's where this item will be replaced by for the first time with catalog, second time with the users, so that you can do it in a much better way. So even though the earlier functionality is doing the same job, but yeah, so you just make it in a more um, you know let's see the changes. Yeah, cool. Now you can see this, it is showing that first time item is actually catalog, second time item is users, and it is running for 2 times. All right, I'm done. Okay, so this one is done. And now let's go with the catalog system. So, sh launch instant.sh uh, launch, and I will say catalog, yeah. And so sh make inventory.sh. My bad. All right, so sudo sh then um, no spelling mistake. Okay, cool. And now I will go with the machine. So that's this one, and the tail -f slash var log messages, and you'll still see the MongoDB connection issue. Okay, why it is MongoDB connection issue? Cat slash etc system d and then system and then sorry catalog dot repo this file. So actually it is actually looking for this particular one, and it is actually going to go with so ns lookup is really not there. Yeah, ns lookup is really not there. Yes, of course. So here your launch instances.sh, you're missing one script. So what is the script you're missing is sh launch instance.sh, and I will say routes. Okay, so which will change the DNS records. So which will say it is going to do the change. Okay, so this part is not there, so that's the reason it was failing. Okay, and now we will just wait for so systemctl restart catalog. So still you're getting Mongo network error. So the DNS will took time or take time. Okay, you just wait for the DNS to sync up. Okay. Also, in the meantime, let's go to the UI and cross verify whether that is really did it or not. So I'll go to Rock 53. You have Mongo-dev, which is fine. And also here you're looking for Mongo-dev only. It should not take this much time. I just said reboot so that it will clear the cache and come back fast. No luck. So let's go and ask internet. Okay, so dnschecker.org. So, and I want to check this one, search it. You're finding the answer basically. So cat slash etc. See how this actually resolving. It has some DNS servers information. Now the DNS server I want to update is vi slash etc resolve.conf file. If I update my name server is a public name server, which is a Google one, 8.8.8.8.8.8. Okay. So now if I go and say that, take this one, I'm getting the answer. Also do the NS lookup, you're getting the answer. So what it is, see, by default, actually Amazon is giving one DNS server. That server is couldn't able to answer me properly. Okay. So what I did is I just took a Google DNS server. So that's a Google one, 8.8.8.8. And that guy is actually giving the response. Okay. So now I'll go for systemctl restart catalog. Okay. And tail -app/var log messages. Now you are getting MongoDB connected. Perfect. Go back now. Okay. And where are we actually on the front end? So in the front end side, try to refresh. No, not this. This. Try to refresh. Categories is still not coming. Why categories would not be coming? Because the front end is incomplete basically. Why? What front end is incomplete? If I go to front end, so there is a configuration which I need to keep it up. Okay. So here I will go and say new file roboshop.com file. Okay. So here what I wanted to do is I will just go to so here is the localhost.configuration file, so which we are actually keeping it out there. So let's take this and put it here. Okay, and the next one is here, which is catalog hyphen env dot domain. Cart, oh, that is user. And this needs to be copied where? So that's what our documentation tells me. So I will go to the front end, and so here is your localhost.configuration file, so which you need to update it to etc nginx default.d and roboshop.conf file. So if I go to the task, just say this, and so I will go for name update nginx configuration and update nginx configuration, and then what? Update nginx configuration, and then I'll go for template. Okay, and src is actually going to be roboshop.conf file, and the destination is actually going to be is in this location, etc nginx default.d roboshop.conf file, and restart the nginx. Okay, cool. But our nginx will fail, so that's the reason I'll just comment out all this. I will make only I will comment out this. I will keep only catalog for now. Okay, I don't want anything else. I'll just keep only that much. And so now run the front end once again. Just try to understand we're doing everything through automation of Ansible. Okay, so done. Update nginx configuration is there. Now if I go and try to do that, so it's coming. It's working as expected. So the next one is user. So in order to make the user sh launch user and sh launch and then routes and then sh make it empty.sh enter. So the user instance is getting launched. So and then okay, cool now. And I think the user will require Redis. Redis is not there, so still it will not work. But let me just go for sudo ssh this one and the tail -f /var log messages. And of course, just telling that, so Redis only, Redis error. It's not giving Mongo error because Mongo is already there. Now what I'm going to do is I will just go and, so do the work for Redis. Okay. So however, Mongo has been done and I will just Redis. Okay, and here I'm going to say it is Redis, and Redis doesn't require any artifact URL, just Redis, that much. And coming to the no, I'm opening a wrong file. So Redis, where's my file? Redis, and then templates also we don't have any. Let's see. Okay, and tasks. All right, let's come to the Redis documentation and just go to Redis, and yeah, so this much. We don't have any kind of such. Okay, fine. So I don't think so you do require all these also. So so yum install equal release yum utils also is not needed. So all you need to do is you need to install this package to get the repos. So I will just say install repo files, and that's also going to be yum, and the name is actually and the name actually going to be is the state is actually going to be is present. Okay, so the next one is install Redis, install Redis. Okay, so and then the package name is Redis. Okay, the package name is Redis. Now what is actually you're doing, you're actually enable yum config manager enable remi, right? So that means so yum module ansible, you'll find out the direct options around yum module only. So enable repo. Okay, so which repo you want to make it? So enable repo, this one. So I will just go and give enable repo. So what is a repo which we are asking to do, it's actually remote report. Okay, you enable that. Now update Redis configuration file and redis.conf file. So search for 127 and replace it with 000. So start Redis. Okay, so the name is Redis, started in Redis, yes. And of course, it doesn't require any kind of schema or something. So quite simple one. And inner.yaml, which is okay. So search that the same way do for Redis. Okay, so now I can go ahead and I think I need to make the Redis component. Okay, cool. And so now I'll go to sudo ssh is user machine do ls. So ns lookup redis hyphen dev dot devops b53.tk. So it's coming, and cat or systemctl or tail hyphen f slash var log messages. Okay, so I'll just do a systemctl restart user service now. Log messages. So MongoDB connected and Redis is also connected. All right, cool. And now I just want to go with testing my user component. So here I'll just go for login, and of course it will not work. So why? Because on the front end side you haven't enabled this one. Okay, so I will just say uncomment this. Okay, and since I uncommented it, I just need to run once more. So cool. And now I will just go and say to myself cool, I logged in. Okay, so the same way the cart service, the cart also you can do that. Okay, so okay, and yeah, I think so. Probably we can just go to the cart and quickly make the cart, and the remaining services we'll look in tomorrow's session. So sh space launch and launch, and then I'll go for cart. So not SSH. I will go for Ansible, and they're going to say it is of cart, right? Cart. So since cart is actually updating, I'll uncomment this configuration as well. Okay, and the same way now we'll go and run them as well. It's failing because of the same reason, basically the DNS record. Okay, so here also, just to make it the things faster, so sudo ssh this one, sudo ssh this one, and ns lookup. So what is the failing is card hyphen dev and dot all the 53 dot apk. So it will not give. So it takes time. So vi slash etc resolve.conf. So just to make it faster, so I will make this as a dot a dot a dot a. So still there also is not working. Did we have the record got created? No, that record didn't came through. And I updated that, right? So sh sorry, sh launch. Right. Okay, now it came. Okay, so and I will just go with running it once again. Okay, so let's test it out. And here I go there. Let's go to some products, add to cart, and the cart is going right. So the remaining components, so probably like shipping and like the other components like shipping and payment. So we'll take a look in tomorrow's session. So we'll just come try to so end it up. And but so there are some other components which other options in Ansible which we haven't spoke so far, and so we'll try to talk about them. And yeah, so that's all from my side for today. Um, any questions? Yeah, we're a bit early, but yeah, so that's fine. Any questions, confusions? All good? Okay, all right. So yeah, so tomorrow we'll try to complete that, and we'll just review what we have done, and is there anything better we can do and something like that. So we'll just talk about that, and we'll enhance if something are needed, okay, our code, and then we'll move on. Okay, thank you, and see you on tomorrow's session. Bye. Good day. Bye.